Hello, this is Jared Donahue. I'm going to be demoing Homework 5, the Columbia Paper Infinity Company with a backend Flask server. Okay, so first demoing some of the basic functionality. So we can add a new sale. We can delete a sale with the X button, or the delete button. We can delete using the trash can also. And there's also still our basic input validation. So you can see if you don't enter the reams, then you get that message, or you don't get, you don't put in a client name, you get that message. You can also see the autocomplete here is updating. Okay, now kind of showing that the big change here is like we actually are using a backend data server. So we have Flask running. That's a Python library, Python framework for kind of just a model view controller server setup. So here's the server code. And you can start, we kind of, this is all in memory, so we're not actually using a database, but yeah, you can see our kind of like data store here. And we have our route set up to like save and delete, which will modify the data store. So while the server is running, so let's add back in another row. You can see you can kind of switch pages and the data's still there. We can add another person, let's see. Yeah, and I can even, you know, close the tab and go back. And you can see the data is still there. And yeah, so that's showing kind of like saving data is working. And then autocomplete, yeah, I kind of mentioned that, but I just added this Aaron client, so now you can see that that autocomplete works. We can add another person like Julie. And if I start typing, you'll see Julie pop up, and I can easily enter another order. Let's delete a couple again. Anyways, you can kind of see this is all, you know, actually saving to the server. You can switch pages, refresh the page, and it's all still there. And then, yeah, just showing you a little bit more of the code. So basically there's two important files. There's the server, the Python file server.py. And yeah, I already kind of explained we have this kind of basic in-memory data store. And basically we're mapping the routes coming through the URL parameters to these different functions. So like for save sale, we have an AJAX function here. I think AJAX asynchronous Java and XML, I want to say. But you can see we're basically just taking in, parsing the JSON that were sent for the new sale and then putting it into our in-memory list, and then returning the list and then the new clients back to the client, which is our kind of JavaScript running in our HTML kind of browser. That's kind of the client here. And yeah, so I can show the client side of that save sale, where, you know, if the user presses the submit button, we've already kind of registered this event handler right here. And so we call our save sale function, and we get the relevant information and we send it using a post, HTTP post, to the server with the JSON, the information in JSON. And then when we get the response back, there's this like success kind of function we do upon success of the call. We update, we display again, we refresh the page basically with the new sales. That's basically how that's working kind of end to end. And yeah, so now we've taken our Columbia Paper Infinity website to from just being on the front end to now having a kind of back end server. There you have it.